So students, today we're talking about communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases, really just diseases in general. What are some diseases you've heard of before? Cancer? Diabetes? Well, what about the flu or a cold? Did you know those were diseases? Do you know what the difference is between a disorder and a disease? Or the difference between a disease and a simple sickness? Well, today we're going to find out. The definition of a disease is simple. Disease is a medical condition or an abnormality that does not allow the body to function normally. There are, however, two different types of diseases. The first type of disease is a communicable disease, or one that can spread from organism to organism. An example of this would be cholera, the disease that we read about in one of our articles last week, one that was really affecting Haiti. It can spread really, really quickly, as we talked about, and can many times cause people infected to actually die. The common flu is even a communicable disease. While we may not think of diseases as things that are very hard to cure, sometimes they actually can be, and other times they can actually be really simple. The second type of disease is non-communicable disease. These are diseases that cannot spread from organism to organism. This means they are not contagious. A great example of a non-communicable disease is cancer. It is impossible to catch cancer from someone. No matter how much contact you have with that person, you simply cannot pass the cancer on to you. No matter how much they might sneeze on you, or kiss you, or touch you, or how much you might drink after them, or eat after them, you simply cannot catch their cancer. Now, just as there are two types of diseases, there are two things that generally cause diseases to occur as well. The first of these things is bacteria. This is a living organism that can reproduce all on its own. When we talked about single-cell organisms versus multicellular organisms, like humans and animals, which are both multicellular organisms, we talked about this last week. Well, many types of bacteria can actually just be individual cells. Instead of big groups of cells, there's one little tiny cell. It is important to remember, however, that not all bacteria cause disease. There are some that don't. Some certainly do, but many perform functions in the world and in the human body that are very positive and even very necessary to life. Aside from bacteria, viruses are the other things that typically cause disease. While bacteria are living beings, they are made of cells. Viruses do not use or collect energy, cannot reproduce on their own, and are not made of cells. Those things sound familiar? Three of our characteristics of life. Viruses do not have those two characteristics. They cannot be alive. While they are not always extremely severe, they do always cause disease anytime they are present in an organism.